Good evening. Our first order of business is to call the meeting to order. Can I get a motion that the August 6th, 2025 Committee of Adjustment meeting be called to order at 7:01? Moved by Ms. Kohler, seconded by Ms. Lalonde. All in favor? And that is carried. Good evening and welcome to the August meeting of the Committee of Adjustments. Before we begin, I will read the territorial acknowledgement. We have gathered in Wilmot Township on the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas peoples. We also want to acknowledge the importance of the Dish with One Spoon Covenant, a peace agreement made between Indigenous nations before the Europeans arrived. It characterizes our collective responsibility to each other and Mother Earth. We should take only what we need, leave enough for others, and keep the dish clean. By acknowledging this covenant and the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples, we are reminded of the important connection to this land where we live, learn, and work together as a community. I would like to introduce our committee this evening. Beside me is Mr. Miller, Ms. Kohler, Mr. Roth, and Ms. Lalonde. And my name is Tyler Bowman, the chair of this committee. We are an independent body appointed by Wilmot Township Council. We have the power to make minor changes to existing zoning regulations and to approve some changes to existing non-conforming uses and to give consent. Each applicant will be notified in writing of the decision within 10 days. With the decision will be instructions on how it can be appealed. Any decision made by this committee can be appealed to the Ontario Land Tribunal, who will then hold a meeting and make a final decision. Only the applicant and certain prescribed public agencies can appeal the committee's decision. If the decision on a minor variance is not appealed, it becomes final and binding after 20 days from the date of this meeting. If the decision on a consent is not appealed, it becomes final and binding 20 days from the date the decision is mailed. The format of the meeting this evening will be as follows. Mr. Miller will introduce the application. The applicant will then be invited to come forward and add any additional information if they choose. Following this, anyone in the audience will have the opportunity to speak for or against this application, and the committee members may then question the applicant and the committee will make a decision. Before we begin, are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act? Seeing none, I'll ask Mr. Miller to introduce our first application for tonight.
Yes, thank you very much. The first application this evening is minor variance A17/25 and concerning 3358 Huron Road in Hayesville. And so this application is proposing to reduce the front yard setback from 7.6 meters to approximately 4.5 meters to allow for a covered deck. So the subject property contains an existing single detached dwelling that was constructed in 1860, and the existing dwelling does not meet the minimum setback of 7.6 meters, but it is considered legal non-complying as it predates any sort of township zoning bylaw. Therefore, despite this covered deck being proposed to be set back further than the existing house, minor variance is required, as the covered deck would only be 4.5 meters to the front property line, and that legal non-complying status does not extend to any new construction. And circulating the application, staff did not receive any concerns or objections and are recommending that the application be approved.
Thank you. And I just realized I forgot to introduce you. Mr. Miller is our planner for the township. Would the applicant like to speak on behalf of the application? No? There's no one. Would you like to? For sure. Come ahead. Come forward, introduce you, your name and your address. Thank you. Do the committee have any questions? Seeing none, could I have a motion to approve this application? Moved by Ms. Lalonde, seconded by Mr. Miller. All in favor? And that motion is carried. Thank you. And the next application.
Yes, thank you. Moving on to A18/25 concerning 51 Christian Street in Baden. This application proposes to reduce a front yard setback from 7.6 meters to approximately 7 meters to allow for a covered front porch. Again, this property also contains a single-family dwelling and currently has an uncovered porch. They currently are constructing a large addition to the property, and through that decided after the fact that they were planning on potentially constructing a covered porch, which was also shown on the attached sketch. While the existing dwelling as well as the addition fully complied with all the requirements, it is the porch itself that didn't comply with that 7.6 meter setback requirement, and they're seeking a minor relief to simply just 7 meters for that covered front porch only. And again, in circulating the application, staff did not receive any concerns and are recommending that it be approved tonight.
Thank you. And there's no online people present. Any questions for Mr. Miller on the application? No? Can I get a motion to approve that application? Moved by Mr. Roth, seconded by Ms. Kohler. All in favor? And that motion is carried. So that's the last application for this evening. Could I get a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting? Moved by Mr. Miller, seconded by Ms. Lalonde. All in favor? And those minutes are carried. And I guess that brings us to my last motion of the evening, and that is to adjourn the meeting. Can I get a motion that the August 6, 2025, or August 6, 2025 Committee of Adjustment meeting be adjourned at 7:09? Moved by Ms. Lalonde, seconded by Mr. Miller. All in favor? And that is carried. Thank you. And that's our night.